I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I was able to listen to a children's program on Saturday mornings when I lived in New York City. And there was a children's program hosted by a wonderful voice. That's all I knew. It was a voice. It was a loving, kind, sweet voice. I had no idea who the voice belonged to, except I knew the name, Jackie Robinson. And my parents said to me, "Do you know that Jackie Robinson is a baseball player?" I did not know that. And they said, "He plays for the Brooklyn Dodgers." I became a fanatic Brooklyn Dodger fan because of hearing your husband on the radio. And my grandfather took me to the Polo Grounds to see your husband play. It was the first time I had ever been to a baseball game or ever had even come in contact with your husband on the field. And the Dodgers come out to warm up. And my grandfather and we're sitting in the upper deck behind home plate. And your husband says, "There's Jackie Robinson." I say, "Where?" He says, "He's in the grayish blue uniforms." And I look, which one is he? Which one is he? He's number 42. And I find 42, and Rachel, I am surprised. He's black. I didn't know that your husband was African American. I only knew him as this voice that I had fallen in love with. And from then on, I learned all about him, what his arc of life had been. This is now 1952, 53. And it affected me. It affected me as an American, as a human being, and even, Rachel, as a Jew. And my entire life, I have identified the Jewish struggle for equality, for freedom, for the right to live in any society as any other human being, with the black struggle, with the African American struggle. And it shaped much of the way I think about the world. And it was your husband and what he stood for, which shaped even the way I became a rabbi in many ways. So in addition to saying what an honor it is to sit with you, I want you to understand what an impact you and he together have had on people like me. I'm not unique. There are, young white American boys and girls who changed their way of thinking and their way of living and their way of interacting because of what Jackie Robinson and what you did throughout your entire life. And so I want to begin simply with that long introduction, thanking you for agreeing to sit with me and for thanking you for all you have done throughout your entire life. Thank you, Rachel.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm very inspired by the fact that Jack had that kind of impact on you and on your life, and that you've been a lifelong friend, like a hero of the hero.